In the year 1556, an entire English town vanished without fire, without plague, without war. No ruins, no bodies, no survivors. Only one thing remained beneath the earth, a book that writes names in blood and cannot stay closed. This is the story of the book that would not stay closed. Its journey through time was one of silence and shadow, passed from hands that trembled to hands that coveted. Decades later, in a German monastery, it found its way into the possession of a scholar named Elias. He was a man who believed knowledge was worth any price, a fool who thought he could master a thing born of pure malevolence. He brought it to his private workshop. The anomaly began simply. He would close the heavy leather cover, only for it to spring open again. A curiosity, a mechanical quirk, he told himself. He wedged it shut, but the book would not be denied. It always opened. Then came the visions. The illustrations within seemed to squirm at the edge of his vision. He saw the faces of the vanished townsfolk, their mouths open in silent, eternal screams. He heard whispers in the dark corners of his room, the rustle of pages turning on their own. Terror began to eclipse his ambition. In a desperate act, he bound it with iron chains. That night, he was awoken by a searing light. The chains glowed cherry red before snapping apart. The book lay open, waiting. He understood then. It was a gateway. Driven to the brink of madness, Elias turned to the forbidden arts. He drew a circle of protection, believing he could perform an exorcism. As he began the incantation, a darkness began to bleed from the pages, not as ink, but as tangible shadow. The ritual was not for closing a door, but for opening a lock. The book does not want to be read, it wants to be fed. As a specter rose from the pages, Elias saw the final page, where a new name was freshly written in glistening crimson. His own. They say some books are meant to be read, and some books are meant to read you. If you ever find a book that refuses to close, don't check the final page, because if your name is written there, it may already be too late. Subscribe if you dare to open the next one.